Oh shit, we're live? What the fuck? Hell, what? Where's the chat on the screen? Chat, what are you doing? I like it when... Oh, there you go. Okay. Hey, what's up, everybody? How you guys doing? What if I just sang on the whole stream? Made it a musical stream. Would you be okay with that? I don't think I would be, to be honest. So, no question, just showing love. Hey, thanks, Veed. Appreciate you, brother. Much love right back to you. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Friday. It's the Friday show. It's the end of the week, and you know what that means. Yes, chat. Hang on, let's reset the CloudBot first just to see if that helps out. And then let's initiate the gambling. Initiate the gambling. Yes. Gambling has been initiated. Feel free to lose all of your, gamble all of your nerd coin. Do it. Do it to it, Lars. Hope you guys are doing well. Man, what an interesting week, huh? Kind of a slower news week for a lot of the nerdy stuff that we talk about. Rings of Power dropped last night, first 2 episodes, and there's really not too much else going on in the nerdy world. So I felt as though it was appropriate to talk about my first reaction and my breakdown of Rings of Power. So that's what we're going to talk about the majority of today's stream. We'll save some time. Hopefully, I can do a little bit of call-ins later in the show. We got gambling going on. I'm also going to give away a $200 GameStop gift card to a lucky Nerd Venture member. And the only thing I got to say is if you're a Prime member, man, you're definitely going to want to come on by to the Prime stream today. I think it's going to be a very good stream at 1 p.m. And just in general, if you are a Prime member, because of some of the changes that we're making to the channel and some of the things that we're going to be doing, your Prime membership is going to become just much more valuable because you're going to get a lot more of the insight and sort of behind the scenes look on what we're doing. I'm really excited about this venture. We're partnering up with another company. And yeah, I think it's going to be really, really cool. So make sure you come on by for that at 1 p.m. I think it's going to be exciting. And either way, man, I guess what I can say for like just regular fans of the channel or fans of the brand, we're going to be doing a lot more videos on the main Den of Nerds channel, and we're upping the production on those videos. So we're going to start making even more good nerdy videos, a lot more evergreen stuff, theories, lore, comic book detailing, things of that nature. We're going to really dig in and make a lot more content. So I think it's going to be really, really cool. So make sure you check that out. But I think it's time to just kind of get into the Rings of Power. So first off, how many of you guys watched Rings of Power? I know it's not like a direct one-to-one with regards to our fan base over here. But how many of you guys actually watched Rings of Power? Yeah, throw a 1 into the chat if you watched it. Did you watch it? Yeah, because I feel like we got a couple of groups that are going to be checking it out. There'll be some people that have watched it, looks like a bunch of you. And then there's probably a lot of people that haven't watched it and are maybe going to see like what we say about it and decide for themselves whether or not they're going to watch it, right? So I guess I'll go to the poll town because it's difficult to get a good read on this while we're gambling. I'll go to the polls and see what you guys think of Rings of Power. First 2 episodes. So, what did you think of Rings of Power so far? And we'll go, loved it, liked it, meh, and hated it. And we'll see. So go ahead, give your opinions, give your thoughts, man. Let your voice be heard. I also just want to say I'm drinking the most delicious Nespresso, man. I forget what it is. It's like some kind of cookie muffin bullshit thing. And gosh dang, it's great. Messages window. Thank you for that. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. I think I got it set up. I missed a couple of them, but I got it now. You can't vote? What the hell? What the hell? You can't even vote on it? Dang. What's going on, man? Or is it like a principle thing? You're like, nah, I refuse to vote. Oh, you mean because you haven't seen it, probably. Hey, Ross, all good, brother. I'm only 25K from what you need. Okay, it's sick, dude. Sick. Yeah, the comic book stuff is like very, very fun. I'll show you guys a little thing here too. If you didn't know, I am currently working on right on, Veed. I am currently working on my comic book. Having a lot of fun. I think it's going to be sick, and I think you guys will really, really enjoy it. One of the things we're doing that's kind of like just for a fun bonus thing is we're getting some of the Nerdvengers to create a superhero for the comic. So we did 3 of them. It's you purchase this via Nerdcoin. And we had a couple of people purchase. We got 3 people that purchased it on Wednesday, and we're doing another 3 next Wednesday for our Nerdventure stream. And I just want to show you guys just a little bit here. This is pre-colors and stuff, but just some of this right here, man. Oh shit. Yo. Yeah, it's looking yeah. Oh man, dude. Whew. Hot damn. Shit's gonna be hype. I'm very excited. So artists and colorists working on it. And we'll put in some of the characters that you guys are designing into the book as well. So, was that Magneto? No. No, I can't put Magneto in my books. Although there is a character, one of the main characters in the book is very Magneto inspired, but he uses telekinesis. He doesn't use magnetic stuff. My character is too big for this comic. Hey, you don't say that, Carl. You don't say that, Carl. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to do that. I'm excited to have like that kind of fun behind the scenes thing and get some of y'all's characters in there as well. And it's maybe for some of you, like your character will have a brutal death. A brutal death in the book, which would be kind of fun. But yeah, lots of good stuff going on. Okay, so let's talk Rings of Power. And I appreciate all the super chats, all the support. We will get into all of that later on in the stream as we usually do, but definitely appreciate it, okay? So let's go to the polls here and let's see. Dang, look at this. Okay, so only 8% of people hate it. It looks like 37% of people say it was meh. And then it's 28% liked it, 28% loved it. So that's kind of the spread that we're looking at so far with it, okay? Now, I think this show has obviously been a hot point of contention in the run-up to the show. You know, there's obviously elements that bother some people, like the representation thing. And I think that, you know, look, when it comes to all that, right, as I always say, your mileage may vary. But I think in particular with this one here with Tolkien, because of some of the history of Tolkien, right, where like essentially, like, I don't know if y'all know this, but I'll go real brief on this. I'll go real TLDR on this, okay? England's history, much of it was lost when a bunch of people from like basically like Scandinavian motherfuckers came in and fucked up the Anglo-Saxons. Okay? That's your TLDR on this, okay? It's basically England had, you know, just like a lot of other places, had a lot of history, had a lot of myth, had a lot of lore, and then all of a sudden, like, a bunch of Viking motherfuckers came in and basically fucked them up. So, yeah, I don't even think it's necessarily Vikings. It was, what are they called? the Normans, I think is what they were called. But yeah, they came in and messed it all up, burned them down, did all these things. Okay, so Tolkien, when he created the lore of Lord of the Rings, he purposely created it as an actual myth to straight up English people. Okay, this is not even really debatable. He created this mythos as myth that is supposed to serve as the replacement for some of the history and stories that were destroyed when those people came in. Okay, so this kind of just creates it's a little bit different. Like, to me personally, like, I'll just be real with you, like, I really don't care that much, right? I'm also not English, I'm also not a huge Tolkien head, but I don't really care that much. Like, to me, like, black elves, black dwarves, it's like, it's fine. Like, it doesn't really matter to me. But I think that there was an extra little bit of, you know, animus or frustration from some hardcore Tolkien fans when these sort of representation, modern liberal ideas were put into the show. You're always going to have that. Like, a lot of what we talk about nowadays is, unfortunately, the dividing lines of pop culture, the culture war, and how people get mad about that. You know what I mean? With this show in particular, it seemed to be somewhat rooted in a historical frustration and just amplified, I think, by the fact that, you know, that core group was able to reject a lot of these ideas on site because of the historical elements. Now, having said that, I also think Amazon has done an absolutely abysmal job of navigating the rocky waters of modern culture war audiences. You know, by the way, I'm going to do a video, I think it'll release tomorrow, about She-Hulk and the hate that She-Hulk's getting. I want to do a whole video about this because, look, I've been very tongue-in-cheek. I've been very, like, you know, I think middle of the road. I've been pissing some people off that think that She-Hulk is absolute trash. I don't even love the She-Hulk show. This is what's crazy, is like, people, I think, are getting the impression that I love the She-Hulk show. No, I think it's like mid, bro. You know what I mean? Like, we're 3 episodes in and it's mid. But I think that the hate that She-Hulk is getting is actually not fully because of She-Hulk. It's because of a lot of other things. And we're going to talk about that in a full video because I want to, like, just break it down and talk about why I still think Marvel needs to pivot. Even though a lot of these people are just being real buttholes about this, Marvel still needs to read the room and pivot a little bit, okay? And I think they will, actually, you know? But Amazon has chosen to go about this in what I would call the Star Wars route. And what I mean by that is Amazon has decided to take legitimate criticisms of what they're doing and illegitimate criticisms of what they're doing and put it in the same bag and refer to those people as racist, basically. That's basically what you got going on, okay? You could call it a bunch of different things. You could mince words. You could get all whatever with it. That's basically what they did. That's basically what they did. They chose the Star Wars route. And in my opinion, they chose fucking poorly. Okay? They chose poorly. That's a dumb move. Now, having said that, to me, I don't think much of that really matters if the show's great. You know what I mean? Like, if the show just comes out and slaps, dude, like, it'll quiet a lot of that. A couple examples recently of this. House of the Dragon. House of the Dragon. A lot of people shit-talking House of the Dragon. A lot of people shit-talking Game of Thrones. George, Dan, and Dave. Like, there's a lot of animus left over in that fandom from the horrible Season 8 finale of Game of Thrones. And I think the narrative going into Hot D was, well, they're trying to rehabilitate that dead horse. They're trying to milk more out of this. This is corporate, blah, 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 and you're not going to fool me. Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice. Fuck you. You know what I mean? That kind of energy. And yet, House of the Dragons comes out and pretty much delivers, and a lot of people kind of let all that shit go, and we're kind of right back on board. The Prey movie, right? That movie had a similar situation where a lot of people were crying wolf of wokeism, you know, Mary sued this, Mary sued that. that movie crushed. That movie dominated. Biggest movie ever on Hulu. People critically love that film. I think it's fantastic. I've seen it multiple times. I really like Prey. So sometimes the narrative going into a thing can be countered, and I think maybe one of the only ways to really truly counter a bad narrative is with incredible content. Okay? So as we go into Rings of Power, all of the questions and baggage of the drama, some of the upset fans, the way Amazon has really fumbled the PR, all of those sort of stop, and then you let the show speak for itself, and then we go from there. Okay? And in my opinion, I feel like the show simply did not do enough to quiet that negativity and to quell these negative narratives. Now, I will say a couple of things about the show because, we had spoken earlier in the streams, earlier in the week about, what's the narrative here? Like, people were saying that Galadriel's a Mary Sue and a Karen. And I just want to start here because I actually didn't hate Galadriel the way I thought I would. And I don't think that she is this outright Mary Sue character. I don't think she's this outright Karen character. The problem is there seems to be no layers to the character, and she's super one-dimensional. The character is just cardboard, right? So not like bad, not like, oh shit, like here we go again kind of stuff, right? It's not horrible, but it doesn't do anything for me. You know what I mean? Like, there's no real intrigue there. For me personally, I was like, okay, like, this is Galadriel, like, fine. I also think that the intro itself is, like, they just needed to rework that intro, in my opinion. Because it just, I think, goes way too fast over a few things that are important. And you don't even see, like, what's the homie's name that was the Magog or whatever, the guy that Sauron worked under? Whoever that character is, big deal. That's the biggest of the big bad, right? I think it's crazy that you don't see Morgoth. I think it's crazy you don't see Morgoth. I think it's absurd that they mention Morgoth and then show you Sauron after that. Like, I just think that's crazy. And I think that there's so much in the beginning with this, sort of thing they're basically trying to just, like, set the stage for the story, right? And, like, dude, I also think it's so funny. Like, I'm trying to, like, we'll go easy and we'll go slow with this, right? But, like, there are seriously people out there trying to tell me that Fellowship of the Ring was also a slow movie and starts slow. Are you fucking high, dude? Do you not remember the absolutely fucking epic beginning to Fellowship of the Ring? With one of the coolest fucking battles you've ever seen. Like, are you high? Like, it's okay if you are, but, like, I'm just saying, that shit is crazy to me. People saying, like, well, this show's a little slow. So was Fellowship of the Ring. What? No. It is not. You're fucking high. Okay? So go grab a bowl of Magic Spoon and shut your mouth when you're talking to me. Okay, let's move on. Basically, one of my main problems, and I think that honestly, dude, like, from a producer sort of perspective, this is the whole problem with the first two episodes, is that the intro thing, which is supposed to get you in, bring you in, doesn't do it. It doesn't do it. It's not good enough, dude. You know what I mean? It just doesn't set the stage properly. I also think one of the things that House of the Dragon did very intelligently was attach the events of the show to the events of the old show. This is 167 years before Daenerys Targaryen. And they even do that fade out where they leave it in there. They're like, let's make it real fucking simple for y'all. Here's how it ties into that. And unfortunately, this show doesn't do a good enough job to tie into, what we know as normies when it comes to Lord of the Rings, and that's the Peter Jackson stuff. How far away is the Peter Jackson stuff? How does this tie into the Peter Jackson stuff? You know, there's none of that. There's none of that. And so I think, unfortunately, the show begins. Yeah, RG says they can't do that. Well, then they fucked up. You're spending $1 billion on a show and you can't frame it properly, then you fucked up. Like, you know what I mean? That's another thing that I think is going to really frustrate me about the dialogue of the show. And I'm not trying to jump down RG's throat. I'm not. But, like, again, this idea of, well, they don't have the rights to that. What are you talking about, dude? Like, you're the most expensive show ever made, and we're going to excuse you not having the ability to do things that I think are pretty fundamental to storytelling. Like, again, I'm not trying to, like, go crazy, but, like, that is so weak. Like, then don't do it. Don't do the fucking show if you can't do it. You know what I mean? Like, if you're going to do it, do it. If you can't do it, don't do it. God damn. So I felt like the intro was incredibly weak. At the end of the day, man, like, the first episode to me was so boring. It was so boring. It was very, very boring. And I know not everybody feels this way. Like, I've seen people online talking about, they're like, no, I really liked it. I felt like I was brought in. I didn't feel like I was brought into the Tolkien world at all. You know, I don't know if it was necessarily the music. I also felt like, and maybe this was just me again, but the first episode doesn't linger enough. You know what I mean? Like, what I mean is, like, dude, if you've got this beautiful, extravagant, incredible shots, which they do, why not spend a little more time? Like, fade in a little bit slower. You know what I mean? Like, drop the camera a little bit slower. Linger on that shit. I felt like we were moving a little too fast. Let me live in this world a little bit more. You know what I mean? Like, we're just keeping it moving. There's some cool shots, but, like, I don't really get to enjoy them the way that I wanted to. So to me, man, I thought the first episode was so boring. I was like, holy shit. Like, really, Amazon? And again, if you're going to spend $60 million an episode, if you're going to make the biggest television show of all time, I mean, how do you not open with a bang? And that shot of the battle with Galadriel's brother and all that with the orcs, it was fucking horrible, dude. Like, it looks good as far as from a visual effects perspective, but the action looked stupid. I have no idea what's actually happening there. There's no extravagant kills. There's no, like, really well done choreography. Where was the money that was spent in that scene? I thought it was horrible. So there's a lot of, like, just missed opportunities in the first episode. Now, I will say this. A lot of the conversation going into the show, before the show, was like, oh, man, like, this isn't going to feel like Tolkien because of, you know, the Black Hobbits or this, that, second, and the third. I felt like every single performance and every single one of these characters, it was good. Like, the old Hartfoot dude that had the map and book in particular, I felt like he was fantastic. Those characters feel good. That's not the problem with the show at all. So again, a lot of the narrative going into the show, I think, totally ridiculous. I understand the heart of it, but it's not the problem with the show at all. None of that stuff negatively affects the show, in my opinion. The truth of the matter is, the show's just not good enough. And it's really fucking boring. Like, really boring. Right? And maybe if you're like a big time Tolkien head, like, you can get into it and you can just be like, okay, cool. But if it were not for this bearded white guy that literally Deus Ex Machina flies out of the sky and lands in front of some of these other hobbits, dude, I don't watch episode 2. I'm being 100% serious. I was literally about to not watch episode 2. And then that dude flies out of the sky and lands. And I was like, okay. I was like, all right, who's this? Who's this guy? What's the deal with him? And I will say, too, that episode 2 is much better. The dwarfs, holy shit, the dwarfs saved the show for me in a lot of ways. I was like, dude, these dwarfs are awesome. The effects are great. And the relationship there, as a longtime D&D player, this is something that is really interesting. They even have it in the player's handbook, where they say that elves normally actually don't befriend other races because their lives are so short that for an elf, it's like really hard to actually establish those bonds. You know what I mean? And I was like, damn, like, dude, this part's really cool. Really like the dwarves. And I think Elrond's probably one of the best characters of the show, if not the best. So it's intriguing watching him do his thing, you know? And I suppose, like, I don't know, man. Like, I feel like even though the second episode is much better, my overall take on it is, like, I really think they kind of fucked up, you know? Like, I don't know what the actual numbers are. We'll get that info, and we'll know. And I'm very interested to see what are the numbers the following week, because House of the Dragon, despite having an incredible pop on its first episode, actually increased. And it's not a huge increase, but it actually increased the amount of people that watched the second episode. That's wild. So we're going to have to wait and see. It is possible that my opinions on the show are the minority and that a lot of people really enjoy it, that it's satisfying a lot of casual fantasy fans, Tolkien fans in general, and that the numbers are huge and this is a great big success for Amazon. But I gotta tell you, I think especially in the wake of the narrative going into the show, it is frankly not good enough. Just period, point blank, not good enough. It's boring as fuck, and I don't know what's happening. I don't understand what the actual, like, draw to the story is, what's going to happen. Here's the thing, like, because you can say, and I know a lot of people will probably make this argument, it could get much better. It almost doesn't matter, because this is your, like, it's a similar thing that's what's going on with She-Hulk, right? She-Hulk's first episode I felt was bad, like pretty bad. And the heavy-handed feminist shit was like right on Front Street, right? So when your first impression of a show, and when an audience's first impression of the show becomes that, it's very hard for them to let go of those feelings that were created on the first impression. I think She-Hulk has gotten much better, and I'm having a lot of fun with the show. But I also can't blame people for feeling like the first episode was a swift feminist kick to the nuts of cringe, and they're not going to be able to get past how they feel about it. And again, like, dude, this is one of the most hated shows of all time before it even came out. The ratio on people's breakdowns, go look at the dislikes on, well, I guess you kind of can't nowadays, but I know what some of them are, via like TubeBuddy and other things like that, right? If you go look at how these videos are being disliked on the internet, it's wild. I don't know if I've ever seen anything like it. People fucking hate the show. And so being okay to boring for your first two episodes, like literally 2 hours of content, and this is what we got, I think the show's doomed, personally. So I think I gotta be honest here, I think this might be the last time I talk about the show. You know, I don't even know, like, because I was thinking about this, and I was talking to Elisa about this morning, right? I was like, am I going to even watch episode 3 of the show? You know? I don't know, man. Like, I would literally rather go watch the second episode of House of the Dragon for, like, the 4th time than watch any of the Rings of Power first 2 episodes. And I don't know how, like, I don't know how to get past the gap of my first feelings about the show to want to give it another shot moving forward. Like, really and truly, there's incredible content out there. I really and truly don't know, like, especially with Andor right around the corner, when am I going to have the time to just sit down and want to watch something really enjoyable, and then Rings of Power sounds good? Do you know what I mean? I just don't know, dude. Like, so this might literally be the last time I talk about the show. This might be the last time I watch the show. And I know for some of you, this is like, oh man, like, and it's not always fun to hear somebody just shit on something that you like or you really enjoy. And I understand that. And Nerd of the Rings is a friend of mine. I like the dude a lot. You know what I mean? And I was rooting for the show to come out and be so good that all the haters would look silly, and it would be like, oh shit, like, this is actually awesome. Maybe we shouldn't preemptively hate shit. But I gotta tell you, super disappointed disappointed in the first 2 episodes. Shit's lame, bro. Like, I'm sorry. It is. It's just lame. And I almost feel like that's the worst thing it could have been. Like, $60 million an episode for this? Like, what? You gotta be kidding me, dude. Like, you gotta be kidding me. Yeah. Okay. Okay. All right. All right, Papa Bezos. Yeah. So that's kind of where I'm at with it. I'm sorry. Like, I don't mean to be so mean about it. But, yeah, I think it's pretty, bad, dude. Like, I'd probably give the first episode, like, a 6 out of 10. But it's like a 6 out of 10 that I don't want to watch again, dude. You know what I mean? And I would say the second episode's like a 6.5, maybe a 7. But you know what? Here's the other thing, too, is like, you know, because I think a lot of people, like I tweeted a little bit about it, and then I had somebody say, like, oh, but you like She-Hulk. And it's like, first of all, I like kind of like She-Hulk. Frankly, I like She-Hulk more because of all the hate it's getting. Yeah, that's right. I fucking said it. Some of you squirm so much about feminism in the She-Hulk show that it actually delights me. Because I'm a sick individual. And also, She-Hulk doesn't overstay its welcome. You know what I mean? Like, real talk, She-Hulk doesn't overstay its welcome. She-Hulk's like, here's 20 to 25 minutes, and I'm out. Do you know what I mean? This was 2 hours, bro. 2 hours! Holy shit! My God. Like, 2 hours? Holy shit. I really did think that it would be better than this, so. That's kind of where I'm at with it. So, we can discuss it, of course, and we can get into it. By the way, like, how many of you, and I'm just kind of like really curious about how this works. How many of you like vehemently disagree with me? Like, how many of you like put a 1 into the chat if you like strong disagree? Do you strong disagree? I'm really curious because I'm not saying that like my feelings on this are going to represent the majority of people. You know what I mean? Blake. Yeah, I'm not going to sit here and say that like it's over and that I'm like I have spoken, you know, like some shit like that. It's just that's honestly how I see it. You know? And yeah. I don't know. Yeah. Poll town. We already have the poll up, brother. MCU is over. Ah, shit. We better pack it up then. We better pack it up. MCU is over. Ah. I started doing laundry midway through episode 1. Bro, I literally, after the first episode, I was literally like, I told Elisa, I was like, I gotta go in the office and have a few blinkers. I'm not gonna be able to do the second episode. And she was like, can you grab me a seltzer? And I was like, yep, that's how you know this show is really killing it. The fact that, you know, my fiance and myself were both like, where's the inebriating substances? Because holy shit. Boring! Boring! It's fucking boring, dude. It's like super boring. I just don't understand, dude. I don't know, man. I don't know. See how it does, I guess, huh? Hey, Trev, why don't you let me worry about that, huh? Did a watch party at Everyday Geeks. What? Oh, nice. That's cool. That's super cool. RIP my super chat? No, I'm going to go over all the super chats. Don't worry about it. Okay, so maybe let's do the gift card giveaway. And then let's do a few no. Yeah, let's do the gift card giveaway. Then let's do the super chats. Then let's do call-ins. Hail Fandom Menace. Bro, they don't even call themselves that anymore. They don't even like to be called that. So I don't know how. I feel like you're super out of touch there, my guy. They don't even like that. Josh hates world building. Oh, dude, I hate it, dude. Can't stand that shit. I can't stand it. All right, let me try to do this. Although, you know what? Didn't we find a dice rolling, a virtual dice roller? This might actually work better. That way I don't have to, like, get into... But I want it to actually roll. Wait, okay, hang on. Hang on, everybody. Hang on. Hang on, everybody. Okay. Okay, guys. Okay. So we have currently at this juncture, and if you want to try to sign up real quick, get the gift card, it might be too late. I don't know. 912 members. Okay. So that'll be, wouldn't that be 9 pages? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, I think it's 10 actually. 9, 10. Okay, 10 pages. So first up, yeah, let's get this going on here, huh? Okay, boom shakalaka. Wait, should I turn that down a little bit? Oh no. Oh no. Yeah, so we went back under 1,000 members, which means I don't have to do the calendar, which I'm kind of okay with. And I know we had a lot of gifted memberships last month that probably ran out. All right, ready? So first thing we're going to do, we'll roll a d6. Roll it. Oh, that's stupid. I want it to actually look like it's rolling. Oh, okay, so the stop. Okay, 4. So even number, we will start at the last page. So let's go to the very... Oh, we're already on the last page. How about... Oh, no. Okay, last page. Now we're going to roll a d10. A d10. This will denote what page we will stop on. Oh, I could have flipped a coin. Well, that's kind of cool. Boom! Oh my god, page number 1. Dude, are you kidding me? Bro, that means it's somebody on this page, and weirdly, there's only 12 people on this page because it's the very last page. This is fucking crazy. So now I roll a 12-sided die, and this is crazy. This means this will decide... This will decide the person that wins the $200 GameStop gift card. And these are a lot of OGs. This is wild. That's wild, bro. Boom! Oh my god, it's number 8. Who's number 8? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh my god, it's Freeman Cooper. Dude, this dude's been such an OG. It's been a long time. It's been a long time since I've seen him. But I'm gonna hit this dude up, man. Oh, that's cool, man. This dude's awesome. I remember we even did... I think we even had him on a couple streams. Koopa! I'm gonna hit this dude up. Somebody find him on the Discord, or if he's in the chat. Yeah, dude. I remember this dude. Good times, man. Okay, cool. So $200 GameStop gift card. Got a week to claim it. If you don't claim it, then we'll do another one. We'll give it away to somebody else, okay? Boom. Boom. Yeah, man. I think that's awesome. Okay, let's get into some of the soupies and member chats. Oh, there's a couple more I gotta find. Hang on. Because I didn't get them right away. Let me see here. Okay, first in for the day was a $20 holla. Brandon Russell says, I came from your She-Hulk live stream because I finally had a chance to sit down and watch the show so I can finally see your take on it. We are of the same mind. Congrats on Liam, bro. Haven't had a chance to congratulate you yet. Hey, thanks, Brandon. I really appreciate that. Much love. Vito sends a 5 and says, no question, just showing love. Appreciate that. Joey Ebbs also follows up with a 5, says, sending to my boy Veeds, showing some love on this holiday weekend. Yo, that's sick, dude. Yeah, what are you guys doing? What's all the plans of the holiday weekend? What's everybody doing? What are you guys even doing? Let me make sure. Okay, so Ross was next. Okay, so we have another one here from Brooke, 5 spots. Says, Josh, do you watch C? Question. I'd be curious to hear your thoughts on it. I don't know what that is. Hey, Dooley, thanks for the 5 gifted, brother. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. What is that a show? C? Question. What is that? I don't know what that is. Is that a show? I don't know what that is. But thanks for the love. Ross says with a $5 holla, let me get into this here, says, can't hang due to work, but thanks in advance to all who gift me Nerdcoin. I'm only 25K from what I need to be in Josh's comic character already designed. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And that would be cool to drop you in there for sure. But getting the coins only the first part of it. Getting the coins part of it, and then you've got to actually get it when we do it next week. You know what I mean? Axid says, remember for 20 months, says, Josh, I just hit 100 and won 100,000 Nerdcoin. Holy shit, did you really? Save me a spot to make a character in your comic. Well, you'll have to come by the stream on Wednesday. It'll be next Wednesday at noon. And you're going to have to grab up one of the things. They'll go fast. So I'll put 3 up on the store. I'll walk you through the whole process. But you got to get a little lucky, too. You know what I mean? Nick D with a $25 holla. Holy shit. Very generous, man. Thank you so much. Says, got the Roni Ronas. I feel like shiz, and I'm just super bummed out. Hope all is well with you and the fam. Much love to the Nerd Ventures as well. Well, I wish you a speedy recovery. That has got to be rough, man. I think I'm actually clean. I don't think I ever got it. But back when I actually got the jab, when I got the vax, bro, I actually got really sick that night. It was actually a little scary. So I hope you're doing well. Also, my mom, she got the Rona and pneumonia. It was a very, very scary time. But she made it out, so you can too. Regine says, Hot D seems to have the better start than Ring. Oh yeah, I mean, I 100% agree with that, dude. Like, I don't even think it's close. But that's just my opinion. Brandon Voss upgraded to Prime membership, and I think you're gonna get a lot out of that, man. Again, I'm actually really excited to do the stream today at 1. She-Hulk video will probably drop tomorrow. And yeah, man, I think some of the stuff we're gonna start working on with the I'm just really excited, dude. So I'll talk more about it at 1, but appreciate you. Let's see here. Matthew says, finished The Boys Season 3 last night. Oh my God, Homelander is top tier all-time villain. Nerd Vengeance for life. Yeah, he's awesome, dude. And I thought the Season 3 was very good. Better than Season 2. Faux show. Sir Chi 87 says, it was trash. Felt like Star Trek Discovery. I've never watched Star Trek Discovery. I'm not a Star Trek guy. But, yeah, I don't know. I didn't think the show was trash. I just think it's not good enough. And I thought it was pretty boring. So, that's just kind of my take. MK Matt, member 17 months, says, I'm loving Rings of Power. Love the sprawling, wide scope feel to it. Tolkien has to have some slow, deliberate laying of groundwork. I think we're in for a treat. Hey, maybe. And maybe there's a lot of people that feel the same way, dude. I'm more of a normie when it comes to Tolkien and stuff like that, and I'm just giving my honest opinions. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. I understand your take. Full of a Took says, the failure of this is the prologue. Imagine Fellowship-type prologue with the war of Wrath as the intro. Dragons, Balrog, Sauron, Morgoth versus elves and men. Yeah, that sounds awesome. Why didn't they do that? You know what I mean? Like, again, you're spending, what, $1 billion on this show, and you're not going to give us an absolutely incredible intro? Slap us right in the face with it? Come on, man. Yeah, I feel like I feel as though, yes, that is a weakness to the show. 34 Virgo says, bro, you got me like, show seems sus AF. I mean, I don't know if it's sus. I just think it's not good enough. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like they abandoned some fundamental television storytelling principles. And they just throw money at it. 34 Virgo again says, when introducing any shows for the first time, you must have a strong premise and cliffhanger. Your audience is everything in episode one, word of mouth. It is possible that that's why they did 2 episodes at once. Like, that is absolutely possible. But, yeah, the first episode I felt was, like, very, very boring. Kendo, welcome back to the Nerd Vengers at the Prime level. I know sometimes the like membership thing doesn't like renew, and I know a bunch of people are renewing their membership now. I feel kind of bad that I did the drawing before that happened, but hey, we got to do what we got to do. You know what I mean? Johnny says, or rather, Johnny, welcome to the Prime level, my friend. And Dooley, again, thank you for the 5 gifted, brother. Arthur says, Rey's mother is Obi-Wan's niece. What? I don't know about that. Aiden says, member 3 months says, much love, Josh. Thanks for continuous laughs and real takes. I appreciate the advice you gave me a while back. Think about it every day. Oh, man. Appreciate that, man. Much love to you, brother. Keep on keeping on, man. Keep on keeping on. Tommy Fawcett says, yo, check your Twitter PM. D23 for Denzel, Cavill, Boyega, and others. Hyped. Good Friday. What? No way. Who's this coming from? I am reliably informed that Marvel Studios has signed epic talent for Phase 5. John Boyega, Henry Cavill, Jodie Comer, Daisy Edgar Jones, John Krasinski, Giancarlo Esposito, Denzel Washington, to be announced with some on stage at Feige at D20. That's fucking crazy. Who is this guy? Who's Emmett Kennedy? Talk radio dude? He's a talk radio dude? Hey, that could be true. Looks like we got another video, boys. Looks like we got another video to do here, boys. Yeah. Thanks, Tommy. Dooley says, happy Labor Day weekend, friends. My band is doing 2 wedding gigs in Green Bay and Madison. Busy, busy. Much love to everybody. Hot D for life. Take my money. Hey, I appreciate it, man. Thank you. Taylor White says, the hair, costumes, and aesthetic, all trash. Hate it. Oh, man, that's interesting. I actually feel like that's the one part of the show they did right. I feel like the costumes, the character design, I feel like that aspect of it's actually kind of good. I just feel like once they start doing things in the scene and moving their mouth, I'm like this was me watching the first episode of Rings of Power. Tex Venger Bobby says, just stopping by to say hello during work. Just wanted to say hi to you, Josh, and all the Nerd Vendors. Well, I appreciate it, Tex Venger Bobby. Much love to you. Appreciate you. Appreciate y'all. Yeah. Is this not one of the slowest news days we've had in a while? Somebody told me that Hollywood and a lot of the journos in Hollywood are kind of like just taking the week off, kind of just chilling until after Labor Day. And I was like, nah, all right. Yeah. All right. Whatever. Ain't no thing but a chicken wing, you know what I mean? Ain't no thing but a chicken wing. I'm retweeting this post here, and we're going to do a little breakdown video. RF Gaming Channel says, hit the big 4-7 today, and no better way to do it than Nerd Vengers. Nerd Vengers for life. Hell yeah, bro. And look, age is just a number, but also you old as fuck, dog. I'm just kidding. I'm getting there, too. I'm getting up there, too, man. Hey, you just take care of your body. You know what I mean? Make sure you're doing a few... I started doing this thing with my buddies where we do... where we do 100 push-ups a day, and we're always hitting each other up, keeping each other updated on it, and it's been a really nice motivating thing. And in fact, I was actually dealing with some neck issues, to be honest. Coral says, hey, that's not that old. Yeah, I'm just playing. Come on, man. You guys know I like to play. You guys know it's all fun and games over here. So, yeah, so we've been doing that push-up thing, bro, and it's actually been really good. My neck actually feels way better. You know what I mean? So, like, just keep on keeping on, man. Rail against that old age, man. You know? Do not go quietly into the night. The talented Mr. Griffin says, sup, Josh? Jon Snow's plot could go the route of having a child that looks like a Targaryen, which sparks all kinds of turmoil for the realm. There's all sorts of cool things they could do with that show, and I agree. Having him have a kid, maybe an heir, something of that nature could be really, really cool. I don't think he took the black again, so he's not technically supposed to have a child, but also maybe he's like, screw that. I also think, like, my thing would be, like, just make it so there's a ton more dragons hidden somewhere. You know what I mean? Have a bunch of dragons come back to the realm. The only problem with that show is King Bran. And, like, King Bran is just such a difficult thing for me to get past. And also, like, won't he just know everything? Like, what? You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of wild, bro. It's kind of wild like that, bro. Yo, wait, whose birthday is it? RF Gaming Channel's birthday? Wait, did he say he was, when he said that, he said it's my birthday? Oh, yeah, of course, because it's the Big 4-7 today. Duh. I should have said happy birthday instead of you old as shit. Happy birthday, RF Gaming. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Much love. No, just a little tired. Just a little tired. Okay. Let us do some call-ins. Let's do a few call-ins. I'm gonna open up the stage soon. I'm gonna open it up. Okay. We're gonna call it call-ins. Bam. The stage has started. And this shit better just work. Okay? So trickle on in. Trickle on in if you want to have a call. Come on in. How come I can't? How's it come on? Is anybody raising their hand? Okay, there's show requests. Okay. Does anybody want to come on and talk? Hello? Anybody want to? Hello? Where's my call-in screen? And then I also got we have a better call-in screen. Where's the better call-in screen? Ah, fuck it. Just throw that one on. Okay, wait. Has anybody raised their hand? Anybody? Raising your hand to come on the stage? Anybody? Hey, John White! Okay, it says John White as. Okay, invite to speak. So hopefully that works. I think they changed it up a little bit. Elijah, I will get into that in just a second, bro. John, I tried to invite you on, brother. It didn't seem to work. Anybody else? Builder? Anybody? All right, cool. Let me get Kendall on here. I believe I invited you. Kendall!
Yo. What's up, bro?
What's up, brother? I can hear you loud and clear. How you doing?
I'm doing good, my man. How's the dad life going?
Dad life is good. It's fun. You know, obviously comes with a little bit less sleep, a little bit more like yesterday. Like I just kind of had him for a good couple hours just trying to get her to get some rest. But yeah, no, it's great, man. It's really rewarding, you know, coming out and seeing him. He's just so cute. So I'm having fun.
Yeah, man. Have fun. Like it's just going to flies by, but at least you get to spend that time with him. So yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Hey, man. So look, real quick. She-Hulk, like, where do you think? I think like the juice out of there, other than the juice of seeing them cheeks up and down in that suit. Which, by the way, I just want to point out, she's been wearing like LeBron James's 2001 draft day suit. Like the suits that she's been wearing, bro.
Yeah,
is ridiculous. I can't wait till like she kind of gets into her body positivity thing. I guess they're gonna do, and she's like busting out
Yes,
of her
in the
stuff.
dresses and things of that. Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you. Yeah.
But either way, like I think the juice that came out of that was like they're trying to get her blood.
Mm-hmm.
One, do you think that who do you think it is that's trying to get it? Like my mind is going like power broker, but I'm also kind of really leaning towards like the Rosses as well. Like I'm wondering like one, who's trying to get that blood, and two, if that could lead to like a Red Hulk situation here. Like what are your thoughts on that?
Oh yeah, totally. So I think that it could be a Red Hulk situation or maybe a Red She-Hulk situation, you know, depending on who's involved, because you know with him passing and stuff, it's like I don't know how they're going to handle that. If the T'Challa thing is any, you know, sort of example, it's like not well, but yeah, we'll see. It could be that. I also thought it could be Doctor Doom. It could be a version of Norman Osborn. It could be, you know, whomever they might do that actually brings together the Thunderbolts. Val's boss, right? It could essentially
Power
be
broker,
who this
man.
is. Yeah, absolutely.
Because like they got the Asgardian weapons, and like you know, Power Broker has access to all of the weapons in DoD, I guess, or whatever department is holding all those weapons. Power Broker has access to.
True.
At least that's what Sharon said. So my head was going to Power Broker, man.
No, it could it could absolutely be Power Broker. It could also be Victor Timely. You know what I mean? Like, it could be Kang, you know? It could be, there's a lot of different directions they could be. You know what I thought of, too, was I was like, what if this is Weapon X or Weapon Plus? You know what I mean?
True.
Because we've already got the little Wolverine thing, you know, and Jen's blood is even better than Bruce's, right? And so if people find that out, they're going to want that. And you could see that tying into even a Deadpool, you know what I mean? Or something like that, right? Yeah, dude. There's a lot of juice in the show. I do think though, and I'm going to talk more about this in the video I make tomorrow, is like I think the MCU needs to pivot and just bring things a little bit more in balance. You know what I mean? Because I think people like you and me, like we can kind of look past a lot of the stuff that we don't love because we know we have an idea of where it's going, and we're like, oh no, there's still a lot of juice. But for normies and people that are not as deep, they're not seeing that, so they're not sort of cushioning the blows of some of this other stuff, right? So I think they need to pivot, but I actually think they will pivot because they pivoted after Phase 2, right? Like Feige in Phase 2, you know, he got a lot of feedback and essentially pivoted, and Phase 3 was pretty incredible. So I think I'm hoping Phase 5 will be much better. Much better.
Hey, one more thing real quick, because I'm with you as well on Phase 5, like being much better, because Feige doesn't just sit with his hands up his ass. Like he goes hard. But either way, last thing, man, this Kang theory. Like I went back and watched Loki, the season finale again. I think this is probably like the second time I watched it since Kang Dynasty was announced.
Yeah.
But like I really focused in on Kang. And bro, like I don't know if it's long game or not, but I just kind of want to get your thoughts on this theory too, as far as Kang actually setting up multiple secret wars like over and over and over again, to where he is absolutely just trying to find his successor. Like in the video in Loki, he explained secret wars, but he explained secret wars between the Kangs.
Right.
Like he didn't explain like it was, you know, secret wars that we know. So like my thought is wondering if, you know, he brought up to Loki and Sylvie like, you two are the perfect to replace me, and then they end up killing him.
Right.
My thought is like, is he just making this happen over and over again until someone like, my theory, Dr. Doom and Wanda come up as two and really merge the universes together, bring in mutants, bring in Battle World and all that stuff as we go into like Secret Wars after Kang dies.
Yeah, totally. Let me, I'll take you out of here and I'll sort of pontificate on that for a second. All right, bro?
No doubt, man. Have a good one.
You too, brother. Much love. So I really like that idea, and I like where Kendall's head is at with regards to Kang. It is absolutely possible that somebody else will sort of take that mantle and still be in control of time in some sense, right? I think that maybe what either the Timeless Saga or the Eternity Saga could be about is kind of counter to what you're talking about, Kendall, where it's like, maybe, yes, Kang is always in control, even throughout the Secret Wars things. Like, because if he really has full control, maybe he's set some certain things up in the Secret Wars thing so that there's always an out, so that it always is him, so that it always just goes back to the way that it is. But if that's true, then maybe you can even break the mold of that And then that's where you get the Timeless Saga, where it's like, dude, we have no idea. There's dead universes, dead timelines coming back, like all of this kind of crazy stuff. So I do think that's possible. I think that if, and this is something I really hope that Phase 5 does, I think that Kang, you need to feel Kang's presence all throughout that, leading into Dynasty. Like, you know, and Quantum Mania will be a big stepping stone towards that, but I think he should be all over the place, and like we feel his presence, you know, a lot in the same way that the stones were MacGuffins. So yeah, it's possible. It could be Doom that takes over. It could be an old version of Loki that takes over. It could be all of these different people, or the seat's vacant and things are chaotic in that sense. You know what I mean? But appreciate the thoughts, brother. Thank you so much. Let me get Jedi John P. onto the call. Jedi John P. I'm inviting you onto the call. And you all should go check out Kendall's videos, too, because he's been crushing it lately. For sure. Jedi John P., you're on the call.
You got me?
I got you, brother. What's up?
Morning, brother.
Can you hear me?
How are we doing?
Oh, we're doing good, brother. How are you?
Oh, man, not too bad. Got to go play some disc golf this morning, and I only got to do a lunch shift today at the restaurant.
Nice, dude. Yeah, I used to love those kind of days when you're in and out at lunch. And like I'd be there with a bunch of people that are doubling, and then, oh, man, the envy when I walked out of there, man, from the people that had to double, you know?
Oh, that's always good when you see their face and you're waving by.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. So
anyway,
what's on your mind?
We could talk restaurant stories all day. I just wanted to come on and be like, all right, some hot D. Like, when she just rolled up Sword Stone, right? Like, you just see that ripple coming through with the clouds. She just walks up. She just looks at these dudes like, whatever, y'all. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and just like, you know what I mean? She just walked up to her uncle and was just like, what are you doing? What the F are you doing? You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
And I just thought it was awesome that she just rolled up and like, hey, you know you're living in my house.
Yep.
So chill out and give me back my egg.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, dude, she's an incredible character. Did you know that sequence was shot on a volume-like place, like a stagecraft that they used for Mandalorian?
I did not, and that is amazing if it is.
Yeah. Check it out. Like, look it up online, and there's a few articles and stuff about it. But yeah, they shot that on like the volume basically, which is wild because the scene looks incredible, you know, and way grander in scope than I think a lot of the Star Wars stuff. Yeah. Well, dude, I'll pontificate a little bit on that because I love Rhaenyra. I think she's a brilliant character, and I just like it's just so crazy to me that Hot D is doing like female characters so well at a time when there seems to be a lot of like even She-Hulk and, you know, in Rings of Power, like they're not nailing it, and yet Rings of Power, or rather Hot D is like killing it. You know what I mean?
For sure. Well, I appreciate you, brother, and you have a great rest of your day.
Hey, you too, man. Enjoy the early shift out.
You best believe it.
Take care. So I'll pontificate a little bit about that. What's up, Nerd of the Rings? Appreciate you, man. So I really like Rhaenyra. That scene in the second episode of House of the Dragon to me was like, damn, bro, like one of my all-time favorite scenes. Just in general, like that scene is powerful, and it's also very set up by the first scene. And if you know a little bit about, you know, where this is all going, it's even more interesting. But like the fact that she rolls up, walks right up to him, and in High Valyrian is basically like, yo, you're living in my house. And he's like, blah, 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 blah. And she's like, you have upset your king. And he's like, I don't see why. And then she straight up calls him on his bullshit, calls him on the fact that there's no kid, you know, all this sort of stuff. I was like, damn, like she's awesome, bro. You know what I mean? Like, she's awesome. So, yeah, that scene is great, man. And I'm really, really enjoying Hot D. And by the way, Nerd of the Rings, I gave Rings of Power a glorious review. I was very positive on it. Don't go back and watch the stream. Just take my word for it. You know what I mean? And I think the show's going to be incredible, and just want to support you and everybody like that. Okay, let's bring on Dirty. Dirty!
Hello.
What's up, man? How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. How about yourself?
Doing well, you know. It's I feel like the last couple of weeks have been like kind of slower with news or whatever, and so like I've been kind of just kicking back. I haven't been making as much content. You know, we did a gaming stream. We did a bunch of streams this week that aren't within Star Wars or Marvel, which has been cool. So yeah, I'm just kind of chilling, man.
Nice. Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I gotta know. Do you think the Wolverine game that's coming out has anything to do with She-Hulk?
Probably not. No.
Right?
I mean that.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean that would be cool, but I think if anything, the better bet, because it's Insomniac as well, is that. And by the way, I think we might get this announced next week at the D23. For me, connect the PS Spider-Man games to that. Start to create that like video game universe with these characters. That I think is possible.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
That'd be cool.
Yeah, it'd be super hype. But yeah, that game looks great, and I actually think the Midnight Suns game looks super cool too. So I'm excited to play both of those.
Your hate on Moon Knight is too rough, bro. I can't take it.
On Moon Knight, I don't even know if I was that. Did I hate that bad? I feel like, dude, I saw some wild ass tweets about me yesterday, and I gotta just get better at like ignoring that shit. But like, I saw somebody literally say that if you look at all the shows I hated, they all star white men. And so I must hate white men because like all the shows. Yeah. And I was just like, what the fuck? I was like, no, dude. Like, first of all, I don't even think you call Oscar Isaac white. But also, like Moon Knight's all right. And it has some really incredible stuff going on. But it left me so underwhelmed, dude. And then like the Red Scarab, girl I was like, what is this? Like, that was just so wild to me. So, yeah.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I think I like Oscar's performance because it was underwhelming. A lot of the action, there wasn't a lot of it. Just Oscar's performance was really good.
It was really good. And then as Steven and even that post-credit scene, I thought it was really good. So I think for me, man, like, because they're probably going to do a season 2. And I look forward to that. Like, I think that's really cool. But also, like, as a person who likes Moon Knight in the comics, I just wanted to see him kick a lot more ass, And, like, Mr. Knight in particular, like, dude, Mr. Knight beats ass, bro. Like, he's straight up hard as nails, and he's not like a goofy Steven extension, right? So the MCU does that. Right. They do some changes where I'm a little bit like, as a comic book purist, I'm like, ugh, but...
But do you think Moon Knight is such a complicated character that they sat down and decided to go more, let's figure out who he is and all the different characters that he is, and then season 2 will go into him kicking ass. That way we understand who Steven and Mark is.
Totally. I think that you're probably right. I also think, though, that they saw an opportunity to do something really interesting cinematically, and I like that idea, right? I often think about The Sentry, because The Sentry has a similar story to Moon Knight in some regards, where you're actually not sure, was this dude actually a hero or is he insane, right? And so like I like that narratively, and like playing around with that is really cool, but it's just kind of one of those things where it's like, at the end of the day, though, I still kind of want to see him suit up and kick a bunch of ass, and I also felt like, like avoiding the Rama Tut stuff, and like they cut out connections to gore and stuff like that, and I was just like, damn, that sucks. But I also think that this could have just been the Marvel scramble, right? Because MCU is so involved at this point that they are going to cut more than they're going to put in, because things are just changing a lot,
Right.
So I'm still riding with it. I think Moon Knight season 2 will probably be much better. And it's just like, I don't know, man. Sometimes I wish I could just go easier on these things, because, I've got that like film student brain. So I wish I could just like have a little bit more fun with it. And ironically, that's what I'm able to do with She-Hulk, because I'm like, whatever, dude, it's a She-Hulk show. So I'm just having fun with it.
Right.
But yeah, we'll see, man. I also do wish the shows would just get a little bit better,
I know. Kenobi was such a letdown. I feel like more people need to be more upset that Kenobi didn't get the love that it needed.
Yep. 100%, especially if Andor slaps. Like, that's the thing, is like, but that's a Star Wars problem, is like they've actually set themselves up where even if Andor is a huge hit, people will still shit on Lucasfilm, because they're like, where was this energy with Kenobi, right?
100%.
Yeah, so I agree. I also think too that She-Hulk is getting a lot of the hate that I think Love and Thunder actually deserved. You know, like Love and Thunder was real booty cheeks in my opinion, and it squandered gore, and I just can't believe that there wasn't more energy upset about what they did to Gore or what they didn't do with Gore, and we're upset that She-Hulk's dropping feminist shit. Like, it just feels like that's a little uneven to me, you know?
Right. Yeah, Gore the God Butcher, but he kills no gods in the movie.
Kills no gods. Thor kills more gods on camera than he does. And, yeah, it was really, really whack. Like, Gore is an incredible character, and he ties into some really fun storytelling stuff, and they completely wasted him, you know? So.
Yep.
Sucks, bro.
All right, man. I'll let you get back at it.
All right, brother. Thank you so much for the continued support, my friend. And also, we got to carry me in Apex sometime.
Yeah, definitely, dude. Hit me up whenever you feel like playing Apex.
All right, sounds good, brother. Take care, man. All right, let's bring Axid in, and then we're going to go over these last couple super chats here. I appreciate them coming in, and then we're going to call it. Zeus is alive, though. That's a fair point. Zeus does come back to life, but just saying. Put a hole in his chest. Hey, Axid, what's up, man? You're on the call.
What's going on, man?
Oh, just chilling here on a Friday in Nerd Vengers Tower, you know. I'm just excited to be here with all of y'all. What's up with you?
Not much, man. I just want to say congratulations to baby Liam. And
Thank you.
just want to do a quick shout out to the Sports Avengers. You know, we got a fantasy football league drafting this Sunday at noon EST.
Nice.
We can grab 2 more people. If
Nice.
2 more Nerd Vengers or anyone else wants to join in, we'll drop a post in general today.
Nice.
So I just want to do a quick shout out. And, let's go Steelers, man.
Yeah, amen, brother. Tell me a second, just while I got you here. So who's this new quarterback? They got a new quarterback, right?
Yeah, Kenny Pickett, man.
Okay, and Pickett is he, like, was he just drafted this year? Because I've heard, like, this thing where they're not sure they're actually going to start him.
They probably won't, let's be honest. Spent money on Mitch Trubisky. They're probably coming for this year. Let's let the rookie learn. You know, it's kind of crazy for a rookie to come in and just take over for a whole team.
Right.
We paid Mitch, let him play this year out. And then, but I think Kenny Pickett's going to be good. We grabbed George Pickens, wide receiver. Our wide receivers are young, our running backs are young. We're all young.
Nice.
So I think we need to give it a year or two, and, we're going to be going at it.
Didn't they play the Brownies last night? In preseason or no?
Preseason? I'm not too sure, man. I keep up preseason. I'm just, I'm waiting for the real thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
Like people hurting themselves, people stubbing toes, breaking.
Yeah, no, I hear you. Well, yeah, man, definitely, guys. If you're watching and you're into fantasy football, they'll drop a link in the Discord. But yeah, you should go check that out. They got a couple more slots open for the draft on Sunday, and I appreciate you, brother. Thank you for the love, and yeah, let's go Steelers, man. I'm gonna try to watch a couple of games.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely, brother. Take care.
Have a good night.
You too. All right, ladies and gentle beings. And I'm going to exit the stage. We'll do more next week. I'm sorry, Julian. We'll get you next week, my guy. Appreciate all y'all, though. Thank you for the love tonight. And also, let's do that. Let's pull that back. Let's kill this. Let's do that. And let's go over these last couple super chats. Then I'll hang out in the chat. And we'll see what's going on with y'all. Okay, hang on. I gotta refresh that. Did I miss any of these super chats here? Okay, Elijah says with a $10 holla, Rings of Power is Star Wars Visions. Same Star Wars universe, but way fast and loose with canon. Star Wars Visions is Star Wars, but also not Star Wars. Makes sense? Same with Rings of Power. That's interesting. Yeah, that's interesting. I just don't know. I mean, like, are people, like, our fans kind of accepting it that way? Like, our fans... I just don't know about that, man. Like, I get what you're saying, but Visions was pretty properly branded as such, and I feel like if Amazon didn't come out and say, like, well, this isn't really Lord of the Rings, because when you spend $1 billion, like, you probably don't want to be Star Wars Visions, you know? But I hear you, man. I hear you. Callisto says with a $20 holla. Holy mother loving lover mother's very generous. Thank you so much. Says, hey, Josh. Gotta put in my 2 cents on Rings of Power. I was disappointed and bored with the first episode. Enjoyed the second one a little bit more. I loved the Durin Elrond dynamic and the dark-skinned elf. Those 3 actors were great. I'll keep watching now. Yeah, I think that's completely fair. Totally appropriate. I feel similar. I felt like whoever the black elf was, he's good. He's like really compelling, has a good presence on screen. I just don't know enough about the world and the context and that character and everything to like really be able to really dig in and care all that much, if I'm being honest. But the Elrond dwarf stuff was phenomenal. Dwarfs are great, and I thought that was such a good part of it. So we'll see where it goes from here. I mean, honestly, I don't know. I don't know how I'm feeling on it, honestly. Like, will I watch episode 3? Not sure. Maybe just out of curiosity I will, but I'm certainly not dying to see it. You know what I mean? Like, Rings of Power has me. They've grabbed me by the face, and I'm very invested in what happens there. And with Rings of Power, I just am not. You know what I mean? So I can only speak honestly about how I feel. Gavin says, man, I hope this is actually good. Wait, what are we talking about here? What are we talking about? What do you mean what's going to be actually good? What are you talking about here? Julian says, I need your thoughts. And also, it's very generous 10 spot, man. Thank you. Says, I need your thoughts, Papa. Any chance with Secret Invasion being in spring of 2023? Do you think we could be hitting at Scrolls with Wong and Emil Blonsky being a Skrull and a Super Skrull? Thoughts? Maybe. I don't know. I think that apparently we're going to get a lot more Wong in episode 4 of She-Hulk. So I think that'll be pretty cool. I don't know that that's going to be the tie-in in the direction, but I have heard that Secret Invasion is going to go pretty hard, and they did pretty big reshoots to try to bring in some big MCU names to try to establish all of that. So I'm not sure about that. I do think a lot of stuff is going to be set up in She-Hulk, but I just don't know if it'll be Secret Invasion type stuff. But we'll see. I'm really rooting for Secret Invasion to like step up and to be much better than a lot of the MCU shows thus far, because I'm not going to lie, like, the MCU shows to me are just not hitting the way I originally thought they would. And I'd like for at least a couple of them a year. Like, I'm totally okay with like She-Hulk type content, but I just think you need to balance that out with like more Loki kind of content, more substantial stuff. So that's kind of my take. Elijah says, whether they market it one way or another, it is what it is. It is not Lord of the Rings, too fast and loose. No, I hear you, brother. I totally get what you're saying. I'm just saying, like, if that fact is meant to cushion some of the differences, then you, I think, need to put that front facing in your marketing. Whereas right now, I feel like they are marketing the show as Lord of the Rings, as a spiritual successor to Jackson's stuff. Like, they want that. It's like very similar to the Sony stuff. Did you talk about the Radio Emmett tweet yet? I did briefly. I'm going to do a full video on it. But Emmett is saying, and I might even DM him. But yeah, he's saying that there's some real crazy juice there. And so, look, we're going to talk about it. I'm going to go do a big video about it. In fact, I should probably get on out of here so I can go do it. Yeah. Maybe we should get out of here and do that video, huh? I'll say this, too. Big old stream at 1 p.m. I told y'all. If you're a Prime member, you're going to want to be there, okay? It's going to be super cool. You don't say that. Thoughts on what? On all those names? I mean, they're incredible, but I also want to put it into a video. Definitely excited for that video. Nice, bro. Hey, look, man. I appreciate you. That's right, you. I appreciate you. There's a ton of different things you could be doing with your time. A ton of different content you could be watching. All kinds of different communities you could be involved with. You are here. You're watching my stupid face say stupid things. And I appreciate you for that. Much love to the Nerd Vengers. Much love to everybody that watches these streams. I appreciate it. I know times are a little bit more challenging for some people, and I know that we may be going into a time period where finances get tight. We may be headed towards some harder times. But either way, much love. And also, what the hell is going on with this stream? Why did it freeze? Why did it freeze? I don't understand. Why? Okay, anyway. Yeah, it's like the internet couldn't handle me being nice. I was like, oh, he's actually trying to be nice? Fuck that. You know, just whatever. I take it all back, man. I take it all back. All right, anyway. Much love, guys. Thank you so much. Take care of yourselves. I'll see you in the next one, okay? As I always say, I hope you are having an awesome and a nerdy day, and I'll see you in the next video. Yeah. 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 Is everybody gone? Did everybody leave? Oh, hot damn, there go that man. Hot D. Loving it. Man, you guys are great. I appreciate you. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Tell somebody today that you love them. You know? The heart of the universe. The pulse, the beat. It is love. It is love. Will She-Hulk twerk again? God, I hope so. Because the beat of the universe is also She-Hulk's big old green butt cheeks bouncing up and down. Which I also think is love. It's all connected. We're all one. Open up your third eye. Watch out for your brown eye. And I'll see you later.